I'm Jessie.
And I'm Katie, and we read the book Singin' and Swingin' Getting Merry Like Christmas by Maya Angelou.
This book by Maya Angelou should be in next year's curriculum because it portrays quality of literature by showing its value as a lasting artistic merit.
Our first quote is from page 40. The distaste on their faces called me back to a history of discrimination and murders of every type. I didn't feel I had betrayed my race by marrying one of the enemy, nor should the white Americans believe that I had so forgiven them the past that I was ready to love a member of their tribe.
Throughout this book, the idea of racism is constantly a major factor. Throughout every generation, there has and sadly always will be a sense of racism. This makes Angelou's story very relatable. Everyone can relate a time when they have been discriminated against, whether it was for race, gender, or religion. Therefore, this autobiography will be easily understandable for decades to come. This idea was also a major issue in the book that we read earlier this year called To Kill a Mockingbird.
Quote 2 comes from page 49. Clyde began a recounting of Roy Rogers. Tosh turned, looked directly at him, and said, "Shut up, will you? I'd like a little effing peace and quiet while I eat." The statement slapped Clyde quiet. He had never been spoken to with such cold anger.
Many people can relate to verbal abuse because it is a daily occurrence in many people's lives. In the beginning, Tosh was a gentleman. He catered to Maya's son. Then, when they got married, he suddenly transformed into a control freak that Maya didn't even recognize. This is an idea that is also portrayed in other books that we've read this year, such as Things Fall Apart.
Quote 3 comes from page 49. I told her no one who lived here was going to be baptized, anywhere, at any time. I made no protest, gave no confession, just stood silent.
Religious tolerance was a dynamic factor in the beginning when Maya was married to Tosh. She had no rights to her own religion. She was going to be atheist, and that was that. From the beginning of time, theology has argued whether God existed, and if he did, which religion was worshiping the right God. This is a question that society still struggles to overcome, which is why it's a good topic that this book covers. In conclusion, Angelou's autobiography is excellent literature for next year's curriculum. The story covers a variety of topics such as racism, religious intolerance, and verbal abuse, which still exist in the present day. The applicable context makes students have a desire to read the book because it interests them. Also, the fact that it is nonfiction adds to the learning experience, since it's basically like reading out of a history textbook.
Therefore, this would be an exceptional choice to study next year. Bye! Hi there. Hope you enjoyed our video. Now, here's for some bloopers.
Jessie!
And I'm Katie. Yep, there's a microphone. And I'm holding it. YOLO.
Okay, let's do this one again.
And I'm Katie, and we read the book Singin' and Swingin' Getting Merry Like Christmas. That's definitely not it.
That was it.
Our and murder. I messed that up.
Throughout ever...
I don't know how to speak.
Yeah.
Clyde began, I'm supposed to say the chapter. What? Oh my gosh. Statement slapped I can't say it!
She had no rights to her own religion.
We forgot.
She was... What?
We forgot.
Oh, another... Alright. In conclusion...
I'm really sorry. Oh my gosh.
The applicable context. Conclusion, Angelou's autobiography covers a variety of topics such as racism, religious intolerance, and several others. Is excellent literature.
It is a non-faction. I'm sorry, Jessie. Also, the fact out of the history. Yeah. Hey guys. I was ready to and cut.